Fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible is to live in the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Look who got a ring light. Holy shit. What's
Wow.
up, Joe? Good to see you.
I did it.
Your cheeks are so rosy.
I did it.
How do you feel, man? Do you know how it works yet, or is this how you're gonna do it?
This is how you do it. Yeah.
Right. It's true. It's
Or
true.
do you do it like this, Joe?
Oh,
Or wait, maybe it's like that.
oh, look at that, dude. Looks amazing.
Green candle. And this, wait, I got one for you. Hang on. You just got to find it. Hang on. Let me.
Oh, rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Wow. I have no clue what to do with this thing, but I'm gonna when it gets dark out, I'm gonna mess with it.
Put it behind you, behind the computer screen facing you.
See, this is impossible. I'd have to put it outside through the window.
You have to back up a little bit, buddy.
Oh, maybe. Okay, I'll work on it. Hey guys,
We'll figure it out.
We'll
Good to
figure-
see you. Good to see you, boys. Good to see you. Interesting day. Really fucking interesting day, to be totally honest. Well, let's get things started the way that we should. Welcoming our audience, our friends, our family. We go that far?
The show. Retweeting. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, man. Maybe get started that way. It's a great way to start. First off, smash the like on the show. I love when you do that. In fact, you know what? I want to try an experiment. I'll try it tomorrow. I want to see, I want to do a test of likes versus comments. I want to have a show where nobody likes it and they comment instead. I want to see if that pushes it, because I think it does. But whatever. For today, don't do anything. Don't like it.
Oh,
Don't comment. Do a thumbs down, please.
wait. Don't
You retweet. No, you
Oh,
retweet.
okay.
You guys retweet. But people watching, thumbs down. There we go.
These are the fucking great minds that are gonna make this show just pump. These types of amazing ideas.
Well, let's hear your. No, actually, we don't need to go down this road.
I can't even. I can't. I'm trying to quote retweet this thing. I can't even think because I'm just.
Jesus Christ, Henry.
Like
Hang on.
flabbergasted.
I'll mute you. I'll mute you.
I don't even know what's happening.
Unfucking believe. Why don't we talk some crypto today?
Stupid.
Why don't we do that? Look, I'll get to the breaking news in a quick second, but I think a good setup for it is crypto prices. So
It's over.
you know, we were at 91K earlier today, I think, and as low as 87K, and everybody thinking this is our pullback, and a lot of what in the fuck is this now?
Not me.
The pullback, bro. It's the pullback.
Oh, that was the pullback alarm. Yep. And now I'm seeing on the timeline people saying, "Hey, look, don't get shaken out here. This is not where you sell your tokens. This is normal. This is whatever." And like we resume and we get silly really soon, and I believe it. Like I know that's the case. But I wonder if this little, let's say, 12-hour bear market's already over. I wonder. So here we go right now. Bitcoin back up to 88K. I don't know if I can say that's up, but either way, 88K, ETH 3100. ETH is bullshit, by the way. And Solana 214. Fucking interesting. Joe, did you see our big news today?
No, I didn't see it. I don't think I did. I listened to your morning show. It wasn't on there, was it?
It's been, well, there was some big news there. We'll talk that. Doodles, McDonald's, we got some details there. But more recent news, probably in the past 2-3 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What do you got,
Nothing,
man?
It sounds like Mr. Gary Gensler.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that news.
That news. That's
the
the news.
Jizzler?
The Jizzler. Dude, he might be out of here. He might be out of here. It was interesting, like kind of out of nowhere, he's got this letter talking about his time at the SEC. And he proud to serve with his colleagues and proud of the work they've done keeping the American people, you guys, safe.
Can you
know?
imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah. Sorry, Henry. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Hold on a second.
What'd I miss?
He was
You
trying
to
to
stick out?
He was trying to pause.
I was just going to add some flavor also to
What I
this.
was going to say was,
No, go
What
ahead.
is
Joe.
going on today?
no. Henry wanted to talk, and he was like to me.
I was just like, oh, because I was just going to throw.
I was going to talk, and he was like, "Hold on, I got something to say." And
So
obviously
Gary
more
Gensler, I
important.
think, also
What
gave
I
us.
was going to say was, can you imagine?
Go ahead.
Can you imagine that? You know what? Henry, it seems like it's important. Why don't you go ahead?
He gave a speech, and I think in the speech he was talking about how, they spent quite a bit of time and money pursuing crypto. I got excerpts from the speech, and I haven't listened to it, which I probably should have before I took it as truth. Things were in quotation marks, so it has to be true if somebody put his comments in quotes and posted it on X, I believe.
If you want to know how, like okay, let me focus. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say anything. Go ahead. Let's just move.
Well,
on.
he was talking about how a lot of what they pursued was a very small percentage of overall markets. If you look at $600 billion worth of tokens compared to the overall crypto market, compared to the overall financial market, that what they've spent, I think it was like 5 to 7% of their budget on was going against crypto.
Huh.
I sent you the tweet earlier, I think, Hudah, and again, it's in quotes, so it's true. But it was interesting to read that, like some acknowledgement of
That they suck? Where'd you send the tweet?
I swear I sent it to you.
What was the point of the tweet? The point is that we feel like he focused all his attention on crypto, but in actuality, he only spent.
I didn't send it to you.
Only spent 5 to 7% of the.
No,
fund.
they spent a lot of their budget pursuing crypto. In a speech that Gary Gensler gave today, he admits now this part I don't know. He did not admit, but it says he admits how misguided and what a waste of resources his assault on crypto has been. In one hand, he said, quote, "Our focus rather has been on some of the 10,000 or so other digital assets, many of which courts have ruled were offered or sold as securities. Putting this in context, aside from Bitcoin, Ether, and stablecoins, the rest of this market approximates $600 billion. That's less than 20% of the whole crypto market and less than 1/4% of the worldwide capital markets. Yet elsewhere in the same speech, he said, since 2018, crypto enforcement actions have represented generally between 5 and 7% of our overall efforts." And then goes on to be, proud to have served with, people. So 5 to 7% of their resources to attack an industry that represents only 0.25% of the worldwide markets. He didn't say that part. That's taking his stuff and applying it to the real metrics. Other smart people agreed.
I dig it. All right. Well, here's what's extra spicy, and I want to dive into this more as far as even the letter he wrote. I didn't know he did a speech, to be honest. I didn't. I knew the letter, right?
I might have made it up.
Yeah, I didn't hear anywhere he had a speach, but it's the letter everybody's
Here,
referencing.
Henry, there was a speech today.
Again,
do you want to double check? Do you want to fact check yourself?
No,
real
again,
quick?
it was written in quotes.
Listen, he voted Trump. All his news is legit. It's fine, dude. It's crazy.
Matt
okay.
Gates liked the tweet.
All right.
No, I made that part up.
Well, here's where it's extra interesting because the timing of that letter, the letter comes out and everybody reads it. We're like, holy shit, is Gensler out? Is he just retiring himself? Is he just done? And dude, within I want to say 90 minutes, we get more news. Really interesting timed news that 18 states are suing the SEC and the commissioners, alleging unconstitutional overreach and unfair persecution of the crypto industry under the leadership of Gary, what'd you call him? Gary
Gensler.
Well,
when was the speech? Before or after that is what I'd like to know.
Joe, I don't think there was a speech, just a gut feeling.
Hudah, let me teach you something about entertainment. We have to know that there wasn't a speech, and then we just pile on Henry right now. We just fucking harass his ass. We both know that there wasn't a speech, I'm sure, but it's fun to just constantly just barrage him because basically he did something really dumb, and we need to really hammer that. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I know
he did give a speech. He gave a speech at PLI's 56th Annual Institute on Securities Regulation.
I'm looking for that now. By the way, RFK Jr. is nominated or going to be appointed Secretary of Health and Human Services.
This is my favorite part about the Trump presidency is like his like nominations for the different departments. Like Attorney General is Matt Gaetz.
Fucking wild.
And
okay. By the way, the letter that letter does sound like it came from a speech. I'll trust Tyler. Tyler's very reputable.
What did he say? He said there was a speech?
Yeah, he did say there's a speech, and in that posting here, at least the stuff that I've been referencing is from the speech.
Tyler says it's official.
Gospel.
Henry says it, and it's like,
Well, no,
maybe,
Fair.
maybe.
Come on, dude. It's more fun than anything else. It doesn't matter. No, but what were we just saying?
I think you were talking about Matthew Gaetz.
Oh yeah. Like his appointments are just like Gaetz was like they were gonna have some ethics review, like the investigation on him about like drugs and like basically underage like trafficking and sexual all this crazy shit. Like seems like a real
One comment. I'm not a fan of Matt Gaetz.
Sure.
By the way, I think he not only looks weird. I just think he's like
butthead. Yeah,
Not nice. It's
Yeah.
not nice, guys.
It's not. But one thing, like, I don't care if our congressmen, congresswomen, I don't care if they do drugs.
Well, what about if they have sex with underage people? You care about that at all or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I don't like him, Joe. I don't like him.
No. And listen, a lot of these things, like obviously people know how I am. I'm strapped in at this point. I'm strapped in. My only outlet is going to be on this show talking to you and giving you shit about it. But other than that, like I'm like, is this going to affect me? Probably not, right? Like, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But like, didn't he also wants the Secretary of Defense to be the Fox News host guy? Did we hear this?
Pete Hegseth?
Yeah. So to me, it's just kind of crazy. Like we go from like a 4-star general to the Fox News weekend.
Wait, but he's a major and he served 2 combat tours, I believe.
Absolutely. And he's a Fox News host. So like, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I feel that.
I mean, honestly, and then last presidency, like the people that was in a Department of Education was somebody that hated. Like I remember, like it was usually like you had to search out the person that was the polar opposite of what the position was in order to put them into that position. And it does seem to be going in that direction.
I do want to say this, Joe. One of my favorite people to listen to is David Axelrod. I'm sure you're familiar.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. So Obama's campaign manager, he was heavily involved with Obama. I think he's a really sharp dude. Right. CNN commentator on there all the time. And if a Democrat won and he was in their administration, I wouldn't care at all that he was a talking head on a news show. There's some like Gaetz is weird. I don't know what's all the FUD about Tulsi Gabbard for.
Here's what I would say about Tulsi is that like I'm not a fan of hers. She seems kind of like whatever, but I'm not offended by whatever position they wanted to put her in. I'm totally, I don't know because I'm not doing a ton of investigating into what she's doing or what position she has, but I wouldn't blink an eye if she was in something. I would think that would.
Breaking news, guys. So sorry to interrupt. Breaking news.
No, go. Better than what we're talking about.
We have a new dog listing. It's actually pretty decent. This one listed on Kraken.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll fucking take it. That's a decent listing. It's
that's
perps.
a tier 1.
Yeah,
that
perps
Rune?
not spot trading, but that's the right first step.
Is this the Rune?
Yeah, the dog Rune. That's our first T1 listing.
Did it pump?
No, it's down 2%, but like maybe the news is just hitting the airwaves right now. Past it's been about maybe an hour, so that's solid news. We'll take that.
That's a direction. That is a direction. That's great to hear.
Yep. So down 2.6%, $358 million market cap. Everything's down today.
Everything,
for the most part. Other than Cypher Genesis.
Oh man,
funny. Got to 18 mil today. Anyway, we'll come back to this. Wait, that was
7, but like it's okay.
That's okay.
I'm happy.
You don't time the top. We don't time the top. We don't do that. It's fantasy.
Seems really early to be selling runes in hindsight.
Huh. Interesting take. Interesting.
It seems really early. Yeah.
The Magic Eden swap thing's coming in like 2 weeks. So you know what? Okay. The Magic Eden guys are all out at like a company retreat right now. Right? Like I don't know how much they're pushing on work yet, because I think they're gearing up for the big shit. So I think they get back from company retreat and it's like go time, runes, right? Drop the ME token. I think it's going to get stupid, silly out of nowhere. Can't wait, dude.
Can you imagine Gary Gensler or Gisler, like the news of him resigning actually made the markets dump today? Like he, on some level, he was supporting us on some level. Is that a possibility? Like he was playing the bad guy?
I saw a great tweet. He's quitting to go play in the trenches with us.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, they're that silly.
He probably like liquidated all his positions, and that's why everything dumped today, so he can come back and really get real D-Jenny.
I dig it.
Yeah.
He feels like what he's a people forget he's a crypto guy. He is. He's a crypto guy.
He was teaching a blockchain class at MIT. Like he is. He is.
The fuck happened to that guy?
You know what? He very well could get out and get some amazing advising or consulting jobs.
No, you know what it is? Gary like round tripped a bag. And it altered him. It turned him into a villain. Like it just fucked him up at just such a fundamental level. Like he fumbled generational wealth, and then he just said, "Fuck it. If I don't, okay." I saw a tweet on the timeline earlier this week to somebody like as people's bags were pumping and they're winning, they're like, "Fuck you guys. I hate it. I get a stabbing feeling in my chest when I see people winning," is what the guy was saying. I remember that feeling when I didn't have money to play anything and I saw people win. I'm like, fuck, it sucks. It doesn't feel good. And I'm not that anymore. Because I realized when they're winning, it means your win is coming. It's coming. That's what this space is. But Gary got that feeling and he turned into a villain.
I wonder if he tried to get into the first Bored Ape Yacht Club like party the thing, and he like went with a friend, but they all were like, "Oh, you can't come in, dude. You can't come in. You don't even have Bored Ape." And then like he walks away, and then he hears like, "What a fucking bald loser gay guy that is. Fuck him." And then he left, and then he became a fucking villain. What?
So you're in a Starbucks, you're waiting for your skinny latte or whatever the fuck you drink.
Don't like a lot of the assumptions here, but go on.
Yeah, and Gary's in there and he's next to you.
Yeah.
What's that conversation like?
I look at him and I'm like, who's getting the skinny latte? Am I getting it or is he getting it?
You're debating if you're going to share it.
I might look at him. Okay, whatever. I'd look at him like, are you that fucking guy? And he's going to be like, yeah. And I'm like, why did you harass so many? Why did you make it such a hard time on us to have fun and basically headhunt against all the, all the Web3 companies that we're trying to build during this time? If you wanted to, you know what I would say? I would say, listen, dude, I would say you were obviously into crypto. You're obviously a smart guy. Why is it that you kind of almost went out of your way to make it harder for everybody within that system, a system that you're clearly aware of and a system that you could be smart in? Why is it that you seemed like you were just a dumbass in it? Like, why were you suing with like reckless abandonment? It's kind of the conversation that I would have.
Yeah. Fair. You take a selfie with him?
No. I would ask him to come on our show.
Yeah,
fair. You want to come on? Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So does the news today put us back on track, like back in the banana zone, which it just stopped for a day, maybe a day?
It's amazing how fast the vibe can change. Like today, the vibe is totally shit. It's rainy out. Look at Henry. It looks like he hasn't shaved in a week. I don't know how they grew a week of facial hair in one day. His hat's on. Like it's just a
dark out. It's raining here too.
Yeah, the rugs look extra disheveled. Hudah doesn't even have his background anymore. It's just all fucked.
Everybody's giving up.
Everyone's giving up.
No, you got to come up for air though. So like, I'll take a day where it's like not up because like those days are fun, but also like it's a little neurotic.
Oh,
so,
you know what I'd like to say? I don't know if it's late breaking news, but I would like to say that it's Gary Vaynerchuk's birthday today. So I would think that we would want to wish him a happy birthday on our show today.
We do.
Yeah, we're friends, all of us.
Happy birthday, Gary. I remember the day he followed me on X, like it was yesterday.
Yeah. Do you remember when he came into our Discord, I think, and I was like in the bathtub or whatever?
Yep. Christmas party. Met him a couple times. Like, I like Gary, and I used to not like Gary, so
Good
I like
dude.
Gary.
Good dude. Yeah. Anyway, wanted to wish him a happy birthday real quick.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah.
We love you.
How old is Gary?
Either 49 or 50. I forget. Like they were either saying like 49 something, like 49 was awesome. Wait, welcome to the next 49. So maybe it's like 50, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's fucking cool. Gary, you need to come back to the space. This space needs you right now. I don't want to say we feel abandoned, but leaning that way.
Well,
that way. You are our biggest champion / cheerleader, and we believed you helped some of us understand NFTs, and more than that, you helped motivate some of us. You helped some of us see the light and realize we can work hard and we can make it too, Gary. That was you. Come back.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of especially like well-established brands in Web 2 really started to feel the heat when a lot of these kind of like a lot of these lawsuits were coming out and a lot of that stuff was going down. A lot of shit changed within a very short period of time, and I think a lot of people felt that heat. So I don't know. I haven't really talked to him about it, but yeah.
That sounds like a scoop. Joe. Did V-Friends feel the heat?
I don't know. I mean, feel the heat. I mean, obviously I don't work there anymore. So like I felt the heat of like, bye-bye. But no, although I did not get fired. I just want to, NDA, I did not get fired. So, but yeah, I think that like the bear market, like everyone felt the heat. I mean, Kong's obviously felt the heat. Like everyone was fired on like Kong's like, right? Like Kong's felt the heat. Everyone felt the heat. We're all just kind of struggling in that bear market to survive. So, Be Friends was no different, I think. You got the cops at your store?
It does kind of have a cop vibe.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Playing.
Let's hit some other. I just spit fucking everywhere.
No one saw it.
Awesome. All right. Other big news today. Big fucking news. It's the big old partnership, McDonald's and Doodles, and we got the reveal of what it actually is. It's pretty fucking cool. I think it's pretty fucking cool.
It is cool.
Here you go. So from now till it's like the end of the year. Well, I shouldn't say from now. Starting in like Monday. All the coffee cups at McDonald's all around the country here are going to be, your coffee cup's going to have Doodles all over it. It's cool.
Beautify.
It's so cool. It's like the holiday themed cup is Doodles. It's fucking cool.
Through the year. That's amazing. That's such a long time.
Dude, 100 million of these cups going out.
Only in America. Is that right?
I would guess, but I don't know. But
it's impressive on so many levels.
Yeah. And so like this morning I saw this tweet and like thought it was again really cool, and I was like, oh, cool that there's no NFT thing, at all. But there actually is, and then once I saw it, I'm like, well, that's also cool too. Like no part of it that I think was like gross and felt like the part of crypto people don't like. It didn't feel like speculative, shitty, bag pumpy stuff. But there is a little, there's more. So we get the cups. Okay, there's going to be traits for those avatars, which really cool. And I still wonder, do you claim them from the cup? Do you get to scan a code and you get to like crack open a pack over on Doodle Studio? So that'd be cool. So we got traits that you'll get to put on your avatar over in that. The avatars are free. there are free traits, and then the like the rarer traits are like event specific. So there was like the Genesis traits. Can't remember what they're called. There were Rubik's traits. There's Adidas traits, and now there's McDonald's traits. And I believe you can trade those on secondary, which is cool. So I like that. There's going to be physical merch, some McDonald's Doodles themed merch. So the McDonald's character is in like a Doodle kind of vibe there. And I feel like there was something else in there too, but even if just that, I love it. And I'm going to see if I can find more of the merch, but like the merch is really good looking. So what do you guys think? How do you like it?
Well, here's what I would say is that like one of the cool things about the NFT run was the prices for the actual NFTs skyrocketed on news of mainstream adoption of them, right? And so I think what we all were thinking to ourselves was somehow we were part of this company and we would reap the profits somehow for once it did get mainstream adoption. I think what we're seeing now is there is mainstream adoption, but you're not really getting any of the profits, which is an interesting sort of like that's the next step there. Other than, like I think that what we have to hope for as NFT collectors is NFTs are collectibles. And as these things grow and as these brands grow, hopefully Doodles will continue to push and push and push. And so eventually they'll be like, oh, how did, like, what is the origins of it? Oh, they have 10,000 of these things and 10,000 nerdy NFT people are going to want to have that. And that's where the price is going to be established in. Will it be thousands of dollars or will it be, like when you're at a Salvation Army and you like scroll through things and some people find deals, and I'm not sure, but it does seem as if mainstream adoption does not equal, $100,000, price tag on some of these NFTs, which I want them to, but I don't see that happening.
Well, you're right. You're completely right. I think it's great for the brand. I think it's great for the community. It doesn't flow back to them in the ways you might think. It's not like wrecked drinks where people are like shareholders. In the end, this costs them, I'm sure, a healthy sum of money. That's my assumption. I'm assuming this is probably
Doodles or McDonald's.
No, this is probably a 6 or 7 figure advertising stint, I would assume. I don't know that you get placement on McDonald's cups in the entire country without a significant. It's massive advertising for Doodles, so this costs them part of their treasury. I'm assuming, but it's hard for me to picture that McDonald's was like, yeah, man, we're just going to plaster your shit on our shit because we're nice like that.
Right.
But I still think it's awesome. But I think exactly to your point, it's great for them, and I'm madly jealous. But in the end, when I say I don't care, what I mean is it doesn't matter. It's great for the brand. It's no different than like if you were a Hot Wheel collector and you were into Hot Wheels and they, partnered with XYZ, like who cares? Like great if you're into Hot Wheels. But I think it's very difficult to like what's good for the business, what's good for the exposure of the business. I think people just have to come to grips with the fact that like that doesn't mean it's passed on to the holders. When it comes to profits or gains.
And it's it's interesting because it is advertising, right? Like that's what this is. And so a lot of collaborations and things like that, like I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, I think that advertising isn't always a home run. You advertise to get home runs, but you don't hit home runs with every advertisement. And so they could have, spent this significant amount of money on this advertisement, but how does that benefit the business of Doodles? And I'm curious to know if it will or not. And I'm not saying that it won't, and I'm not saying that it will, but I'm curious to know. I've done enough collaborations to know they don't always work, right? It's kind of like the not to bring up politics. It's kind of like the Harris thing, right? She had every celebrity on her side. She had everybody like kind of promoting her, and it didn't work. So and she probably spent money on that. Like, what's it matter if it doesn't work? So I'm I'm curious on it, but
Go ahead, Hudah.
Well, here's what I think, which is as far as how it benefits holders. First off, I like that holders are like, it just feels good. It's great to see the thing we like have that kind of stage, and I think that's a great outlook. And I think it has an effect down the road. It clearly does now because floor price is like 2.3, 2.5. It's got a little effect now, which is great.
Yeah.
Down the road, now you've got, I mean, tens of millions of people getting exposed to the brand, and out of that, I mean, there's 10K. This is where it gets interesting, where I always say supplies are too big, but when you start talking in the tens of millions of people who at least are aware of it, starts changing the game a little. So over time and over years, they keep doing stuff like this. All of a sudden, you're probably going to have enough people with big old bank accounts that probably are newly getting into crypto and maybe finding their first NFT and, you know, maybe going to pick Doodles because of things like this. So I think the payoffs down the road. But as far as like short term, well, it's both short, medium, long, all of that. Over on the Doodles, what is it called? The Doodles Studio, or even just their website here. It's bringing people back here because that's what the traits are doing. The traits are going to bring you back to decorate your avatar, put those traits on, and while you're there, buy a plush, buy a vinyl figure, buy a hat, buy socks, a rug. They actually got a rug, Henry. And it's so shit like that. And then I bet you they're going to have packs. They're also, when you do the McDonald's stuff, maybe it's on the cup, it gives you access to watch their Dullsville and the Doodleverse animation, the movie, right? That short animation. So it gives people a taste of their content. It's just pulling people in, and that's the win. And I think that just brings, I don't know, if they had some like magic figure of, we think we can make, I don't know, 30K a month, you know, off of what they were doing before. I don't know how much they were making off those pack sales before, but I wonder if that bumps that up another, you know, 10, 15 grand a month, you know, just this kind of advertising. And that's how they'll measure it. But
hey, Henry,
yeah.
Do you advertise for your store?
No, I used to.
Did it work?
No, that was okay. So like I did some experimenting, and in the end, my best advertising was when I started to really push customers to give Google reviews. And and then I when I say I took off, I think the next closest like reviews are like 20% of what I have. So I just was like, young people, like, you know, people my age or younger and even a little bit older, like when they're looking for flooring, they're Googling, right? And then they're like, who's got the best reviews? That's where they typically are going to go to. Yeah. So once I did that and I saw like, no, this is, and hey, how'd you hear about us? Oh, you're on Google. Like you have the best reviews in the area. People came here. This was the last year, 24 or 23 was the first year I canceled the phone book. We used to still be in the phone book, used to be on the back page of it. Well, we still have an older demographic here. So there were still people that like had the phone book. Yeah. And I'm like, no, we're SEO and Google. And I don't even think I need the SEO that I have. I think Google and word of mouth around here is enough.
Have you ever thought of doing like a Facebook ad or something like that? Yeah,
no, I've done them. Yep, I've done them.
It didn't move the needle at all.
Yeah, it does. I just I hate the gimmicky stuff. Where I'm like really chill. And Facebook is real gimmicky because people, like, if you're going on Facebook, it's, hey, 3 bedrooms for $9.99 or 3 bedrooms for $11.99. Like you're doing something like that, and I hate the gimmicky shit.
Yeah, I think. But you know, the interesting thing about watching Gary. So like I watched Gary. I'm not sure if anyone knows. I'm personal friends with Gary Vaynerchuk. Does anyone? Have I brought that up before? Is that known information, or did I just dox that? Did I dox that information? Whatever, it's fine. But the one interesting thing is, like, I've watched him kind of go from in college, what he was like, to like, you know, a successful running a business to like fucking going parabolic, right? And like, a lot of the stuff I was like, well, that's not going to fucking work. Like, that's stupid. No one's watching that. No one's doing that. Like advertising, all that sort of stuff. Like, and so I always was like kind of curious on how things work, but he would do advertising. That shit fucking works for some people sometimes, but I do probably think that it's not a home run all the time. It's the Facebook ads that, you know, like you can take or leave, Henry. It's not as if you do a Facebook ad and then you have lines of carpet people that want carpets out the fucking door, right? So I don't know. I'm just fascinated with the whole advertising, especially like internet advertising and how that translates to actual return on, you know, on that. But yeah, so this and the fact that Doodles did this is also very interesting to me. I wonder if how it's working out, you know, how it's going to work out.
It's pretty fucking cool. It's a pretty fucking cool milestone in a fucking couple of month period where we've had like other cool this is a big one. It's a big one. So next up is Pudgy Penguins. You're on the fucking clock. You better one up these guys. Like, you better do something cool as shit. And okay, I didn't know. I think this is true. Abstract Chain launches next week. I didn't know that. I didn't see the announcement, but I heard that on the Say What show this morning. So it's got to be true. But if it does, I still am hoping they got something splashy to launch with. They'll have their own pump fund. I did see a platform they have for that kind of thing. But yeah, I think the news is starting to roll in. Cool shit. We'll see what they bring. Yeah.
It's hard right now to compete. It's just so hard right now with shit coins to compete, because it's like what everybody is looking for is gains. So this kind of stuff that you've been working on, like they've been working on this Doodles thing with McDonald's, I bet a year. This stuff doesn't happen overnight, right? Like, takes time. So you're working on the stuff. You have no idea what market you're launching in. And so you put the stuff out there. You hope it's super splashy. And in the end, nobody may care.
What's your gut tell you? Like, what do you think? As far as, do you think people care? Do you think it moves the needle? Do you think people will see it and be like, I like the art?
Doodles?
Like, yeah.
What's
there's 100 million of these that are going to be sold, give or take, and there's 10,000 doodle holders. So I'm going to say that probably 99,999,009, whatever the number is, 990,000 are going to go into the garbage can after they're done with their coffee. Sure. And maybe 10,000 of them get saved as souvenirs for the people that love them. What I was going to say before, there's a interesting, like, something had come up in my feed on like reels of like a marketing guy that teaches a course in college, and he's really smart, and he dives into like how Apple branded, etc. And he was talking about either Rolls Royce or Bentley and how they used to go to car shows to like sell their cars. And these are like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they didn't sell. And so they tweaked the way that they started doing their marketing. And instead of going to like high-end car shows, they started going to private jet shows where people were buying private jets, because a Rolls Royce next to a private jet doesn't look as expensive as a Rolls Royce next to a Bentley or something like that. And so, like, I think with Doodles, like, your barrier of entry is $6,000 basically, right? Like, you get this cool cup, you're interested in it, and then you're like, oh, this thing's like $6,000. I don't know if it hits the customer base. Like, it's cool. I respect it, and I'm proud of what they've done for Web3. It just reminds me a little bit of that, like, the customer you're looking for may not be the person going through the drive-through to get a McDonald's coffee, maybe, but not taking away from it. I just don't think it's crazy impactful for the project as far as value goes, but I think it's great for brand exposure.
You know what it is too? It's like this on its own, again, moves the needle this much, but if this is the direction you're going, and it's always things like this, like they just did, like the thing they just did with their animation and those artists they work with, those huge, like the biggest artists in the world, if you do that and follow up with McDonald's and your next thing is just as big, and that's who you become known as, the guys that partner with the biggest guys in the world, that moves the needle. That moves the needle, I think, in a big way.
To do what? So I guess my question would be, we're sitting in a Doodles meeting, right? What's the bull case on spending $10 million on investing this to work with McDonald's? What's the bull case for our brand for that? Just brand exposure? And how does that translate into a business? Like, that's my question for this. Like,
their audience, the Doodles community, which is probably growing and growing and growing. We've learned very much in this space that your community, Pudgy Penguins community, will spend money on the thing that Pudgy Penguins say spend money on this. You know what I mean? And so if they can just
Discord
keep growing,
gets bigger, their Twitter gets bigger,
Yep.
all these things get bigger.
Engagement on your tweets. You partner with us, these guys raid your tweets. It's just, you know what I mean? And that's a value. I don't think we've seen it happen. That's one thing that.
And then you say to yourself, hey, everybody, we have a sale of this.
Yes.
Okay, that makes
the Arizona iced tea thing. I bet you that sold pretty darn well. I don't know the numbers, but I just have a feeling. But yeah. And then again, over time, and this is the thing we've kind of always said about the NFTs, this unquantifiable value, the fact that they can raise money so fast, and that you can quantify, but just that thing that you can raise money and build these communities that are so hardcore. It's these brands tapping into that, and Doodles becomes the place you go to get that exposure.
Yeah, and they spent they raised a lot, 56 million from VCs. There's kind of an expectation when you've taken that kind of money, you're going to make some stuff happen, right? And so I think it's another like notch in their armor of like, hey, there's another brand that we landed. They've got the money. They've got Pharrell. This is what they have to do, because I think in the end, by the way, before I say this, I like Doodles, man, a lot. I respect what they're doing. I think in the end, they've not built much of anything. If you really look at, tens of millions of dollars raised, what have you built? The IP. I guess you could say, like, we've built our IP enough, and we have somebody connected to us in Pharrell that's allowed us to get, Crocs, Rubik's, Adidas, McDonald's, Arizona Iced Tea. But like, what have you done in Web3? You built traits that you can put on a doodle, and like, cool, but nothing groundbreaking yet. Token gating videos isn't groundbreaking to me.
What I would say for this is that, like, you're right, that I think that the Pharrells, kind of like the business guys, like kind of well-established guys, Pharrell's not a fuck around. Like, Pharrell's not Frank the Gods, right? Pharrell is not one of these guys. Pharrell is trying to do big things. And so does this do anything? I don't know. I think Hudah made a good point on like how that brand exposure can benefit somebody, but on some level, like it could really not. It's kind of a nothing burger on some level. But like Frank the Gods or even like Kongs would have like invested it in a fucking rune, right? Like, we've got two things that we're doing. One's kind of like the established Web 2 version of what we're trying to do. And then there's Henry and the Kongs trying to etch history in the crypto kind of world. So, and both are like arguably nothing, but also like it's curious to see how these brands are trying to, what they're doing with the capital that they've raised from, the communities.
What's surprising to me, and maybe they did this, and that like maybe they did this, is why they didn't go the route of going like record label. They got Pharrell, they got cool IP. They kind of going. Well, they've gone in the direction of some content, but they're not producing, right?
No, I think they do have a record label. Doodles.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure.
Good job, Henry.
Yeah, Doodles Records launch. Yeah, they have Doodles Records. Yep.
Damn right.
And so that's who the release. That last soundtrack came out through that.
They probably just heard me say that, and they're like, "Cue up right now." Tweet.
Agreed.
So, but this is so cool. Think of like the talent they can attract to launch content on their platform too. Again, the bigger they grow that audience, and maybe it's not just gonna be music. It's gonna be like an animated series. Like we've seen people dabble in that in Web3, like Stoner Cats and whatever. But that and movies one day, it's just, again, they're just building the attention. The fact that they can bring those eyes, and I think it's just we're seeing just an early iteration of I don't know, this. It's what they've been saying. This Web3 just content, media. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. It's an interesting thing.
Sorry, I'm just fucking with my lighting.
No, keep doing it. It's good.
It's very showy.
Yeah, I dig it. I want to. Any other thoughts on Doodles, guys?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm fascinated by the whole thing. To be honest with you, like I'm not sure how interesting it is to the audience to hear about it. But what's a good question is that, like, if we asked our audience to buy something, right? Like, how many of them would? You know what I'm saying? I'm curious on like that sort of like because if I was in our audience, I wouldn't buy. But if I was wondering, like, I think we talked about like the idiot token. Remember we launched an idiot token, like and you brought it up and I was like, don't bring it up. And it's like, nothing happened with it. I mean, we actively said not to do it, but like, I'm curious on, how the power of what, advertising does. I'm just kind of, fascinated now.
Yeah. It's I think it's pretty fucking important.
And we talked about it yesterday with Franklin a little bit, right? We were like, if we had Franklin come on and we asked him to set up something, like how much we could grow our audience or whatever would be interesting. Anyway, sorry.
Yep. All right, I want to play. This is not crypto related, but funny as fuck. I was giggling in the background earlier when I saw it. I just got to play it. Mike Tyson got interviewed by a kid. I don't know if you guys saw this. And it's like he doesn't realize he's talking to a kid. It's pretty amazing.
No, I didn't see it.
All right. Yep. Mike forgot he's talking to a kid, and then Dave Portnoy. Unreal clip. Iron Mike still's got it. Tears in my eye. Just another all-time. It's like an all-time Mike Tyson, kind of quote, kind of minute here. Ready? Echo alert.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about a legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Why do you want somebody, you think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think, I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me when I'm gone? Well, my kids maybe, or grandkids. Who the fuck cares?
Yikes.
Dude.
Fucking classic.
Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
gosh. How does he do this stuff? That is so good.
I love him, dude. It's funny seeing how psychedelics changed him, right? Like he's a cool fucking dude. He's a cool
It's like, I don't
dude.
give a fuck about legacy. Who's talking legacy? That's bullshit.
Dude,
Wow.
so good. That kid had no idea what to do with that. Oh, she handled it great. She really did.
She did.
Yeah, she shit her pants and then just kept it moving. Yeah, it's so funny. Whenever I see like clips of like him out in the world, like someone will be like, "Hey, Mike, how are you, man? Can I say hi?" And he's like, "Yeah, fuck you, man." And then like eventually he kind of is like, "Oh, yeah, come on over." But every time I hear him in the world, like when you interact with him, he immediately is kind of an asshole. And then I don't know if he changes his tune when he knows someone's like kind of recording it or whatever. But like, I'd be curious to know if he's like a good dude or if he is just a fucking psycho in real life. I could see it going either way.
Yep. Oh, Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
He's always got that crazy in him.
Remember
Yeah.
when on the airplane when somebody was like fucking with him and he ended up like just punching him like 10
Yeah.
times? Yeah.
That was cool.
It was cool. He
Wasn't
deserved
there like an old interview with like him and a lady, and he kind of just was. He was just kind of like. You ever seen this one where he's like kind of aggressive with her, like about how she's dressed and how he's gonna like kind of get some of that?
I remember something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like it's bad.
Yeah, there's that clip too of what's his name, Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that one and then Tyson said like he didn't know he
he thought
he
he was
didn't
a baby or
yeah
something.
he thought he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he's like grabbing him and cuddling him.
No, I
Tyson's
didn't see that.
amazing. You didn't see this? Yeah, he
No.
thought he was a little kid, so he grabs him and he's like kissing him on his neck and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's what I do to my daughter and son.
Fucking amazing. Mike Tyson's the greatest. Man, so good. Well, I'm gonna have to play that other clip one more time before we're done here. So good. All right, let's hit a couple other quick topics here. Let me see. I got a few ready for you. First off, we might not be getting rate cuts. Maybe not. Economy not sending any signals that we need to be in a hurry to lower rates. Although I thought, that last meeting they announced they were. So maybe it was they're going to, lower in December, but they're not going to do it any earlier. That I don't know, but thought that was interesting. Today, the Pennsylvania House of Representatives introduced legislation saying, hey, motherfuckers, we're going to hold some Bitcoin in our reserves. I like it. So it's kind of interesting to think it's not just, kind of the United States, us as a nation. Individual states also probably going to be stockpiling some Bitcoin too. Man, there's going to be a lot of people
Buying the top two.
Yeah, respect that. Buy that shit. I know, Grivier, I'm with you, dude. Fucking amazing. So funny. Did you guys follow the Litecoin saga today?
I got into a coin, a shitter. Is it the Lester shitter or is it the?
Well, it definitely led to that. It started, I think, here with the Litecoin intern shit posting about Solana. And there may have been a different start, but this is where I caught wind of it. Tweeting out Solana's like the microphone of crypto. You need to check if it's even if it's on before you try to use it.
I love it. That's great.
Yeah. Pretty fucking amazing. And then what's Mert? Is he like one of the co-founders of Solana? And he replies, Litecoin is like the penis of a Litecoin holder, microscopic, has a hard time getting up and has never seen any action. And Litecoin responds, says the man with a head that looks like a penis.
I love this Litecoin
Yeah.
person. They're fucking.
Did Litecoin pump?
Litecoin pumped like fucking crazy.
Did
today.
it? Did
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I got
And
some
it,
Litecoin.
so let's peek because it's funny. If it did, and I'm pretty sure it did, it's literally the Murad thesis that these are just meme coins anyways. It did. Look.
That's what happened today?
Well, actually, that was yesterday. So hang on. Yeah, so it didn't pump from that, I don't think. Or it did here. Yeah, maybe that was this pump right here.
All right, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
We'll take
It's
Yeah.
it's
Give
what
this
is
guy
that?
credit.
For all
Almost
the
10%?
Litecoin holders in the audience, like we like gains.
Yep. Funny shit. But anyway, and Litecoin also tweeted out something like, "I wish people would just pretend we're a meme coin or something." And again, and we've got a meme coin now. We have Lester the mascot. This thing, dude, from nothing to a $90 million market cap, and I don't know how high it got, but crazy.
I got some. Somebody in our group called it, and I got in and
Good shit. In what group?
retire the bloodline.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I think that's where I saw it.
All right.
I don't know. I see something. I like. Oh, cool. It's got a narrative. I'm in.
Someone sends ticker. I buy.
Sometimes it be like that, and sometimes it's like not like that. I'm up 25% on it.
That's beautiful.
Also, I got into Cheyenne earlier. You know the story on Cheyenne. I think
don't
that
think
was
so.
so you got Fred the raccoon and you got Peanut. I guess there is another animal on the Freedom Farm. I think it's called the Freedom Farm, and it's a horse named Cheyenne.
Okay. Freedom Farm.
I did.
I think that's what he called his place, maybe. The guy that owned Peanut. So 15 mil market cap right now.
Did it dump today?
I mean, I got in probably late. I'm up 15% or so right now. I'm just holding it. I'm like, right now, the market's a little bit is what it is. Is that Cheyenne?
No, I'm actually looking up to see if there's a Freedom Farm.
Yeah, I bought Test, the coin Test today. You guys seen that?
No.
It's the first coin ever launched on Pump.fun.
Oh,
Yeah. So that was somebody tweeted about it today. So I was like, oh, fucking, why not buy it? And I bought it. It was doing well. It had like $1 million and a half market cap, pumped up to close to like 1.8 or something like that. And then it just fucking, now it's like dumping pretty hard on me. So it's kind of a bummer, but I figured why not? I'm just going to hold that fucking thing. If it's the first coin, why the fuck not? Someone was like, it was kind of like the NFT alpha when that first came out, like the older one. So why not own the first coin on Pump.fun? I thought that'd be fun. And then naval or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, good shit.
Too. But yeah.
I like that.
Go ahead.
Tough
No,
day.
that was it. The naval. Yeah. I do think that's going to play out pretty darn decent, especially after the AI agent launched today. So I'm in it too. I'm up. Considering today's a pretty down day, I like seeing them farming it now too. For whatever reason, if they're fucking around and bringing some volume to it, I like it. So
Yeah, it was weird, but yeah.
It was in a voice chat last night. We had a ton of Kongs in VC last night for hours. It was actually, it felt like 21 bull run vibes. It was a ton of fun. People just sharing like trading experience, etc. And there was a guy I was chatting with. He got into Peanut at market cap was 50,000, and he had put 4 SOL into it. He's not in it anymore. I don't know where he sold, but I'm assuming it was like probably sub like 2 million or something. I was talking about how like I kind of fumbled my bag a bit. Like I sold on the Binance listing and then like 6x'd from there, and I would have ended up with like, I don't know, another 200 SOL. And so I'm coping a little bit, And then I did the math on his. I was like, bro, if you would have held that bag, which it would have been really tough to hold from 50,000 to 2.4 billion.
Yeah.
If you did, it's $14.5 million, dude.
damn.
I was listening to Rug Radio this morning while I was working out. They were talking about the Act coin, Act 1 or whatever. You guys heard the story about that one?
No, I don't know it.
That's the one that got Binance listed with Peanut.
Yeah, with Peanut and Act. Yeah. Well, I think Mando was talking about it or whatever. But basically what it was like the GOAT, like in the Discord server, like one of the channels was called Act One, in which I don't even know what the fuck the story was. But basically, like, one of the devs was like, I need fucking money. I'm gonna create a coin or whatever, or something like this happened. And the community ended up making the coin and sending him a bunch of the coin, and he ended up selling it really, really quickly. And then obviously it pumped to like 1 billion or whatever the fuck it is. But the weird thing, which is if you like Google Act coin and then community or whatever, GOAT community or whatever, that I'll figure out the story and come back with it if I can present it in an interesting way, not like right now, but I thought it was really fucking cool. And the other interesting thing about it is, how does a story like that, with it's just kind of a dev dude or whatever, the dude was one of the first NFT people back in the day. I guess that was one of the storylines of this guy. But he also, how did Binance know this story, and why the fuck did they list it? Like, I don't know where, like, it's an inside joke basically within this kind of Discord, and Binance fucking listed it. Like, how does that fucking happen?
No, that's interesting, because people have been wondering why they're choosing the coins they're choosing, and if it's because they actually are in the trenches and they know shit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, like they're the Binance cabal. Like, they have to be in the trenches. They must be doing some dumb shit, like in Discord. They're just part of the community, and like, I don't know, they just be, kicking it around in the offices or whatever. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And with what's happening in the future, like if there's not a lot of regulations and stuff like that, like if these guys are degen enough, like there's going to be some fucking crazy ass shit that happens that it's just going to make no sense. You know what I mean?
Yep. And so it is encouraging people to hold their tokens more. I think, yeah, it just makes sense. I think people are going to be, I'm tempted to hold. I am definitely holding in a different way, because you never know. So yeah, good for the space, honestly. Van Eck predicts 180K Bitcoin this cycle, which is, I like it. Nice prediction. And a couple other bullet points. I think we're at our hour, just about.
Light looks pretty good. I mean, the light doesn't look great, but it definitely looks better than what it was, Henry. Good job.
Oh, wow. Yeah, way better.
Like right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be behind you. I mean, behind the camera more and like facing you, but yeah, it looks all right.
It's yeah. It's almost it's off to the left of the screen a little bit. I'll mess with it a little more.
It's pretty good. It's a good upgrade. I tweeted this out just before the show, because I saw a tweet out there earlier, somebody talking about all the PvP, like the fucking multiple of the same coin, the PvP bullshit that we do. And it's like we've been talking a lot about AI stuff, like here on the show, behind the scenes work stuff. And like, I'm like, dude, the AIs are probably going to realize how much better it would be to work together and get behind one coin. Right. And I'm like, I bet you they'll test that. They'll test that. They'll test every theory. They'll test it. And I wonder if they do it behind something like GOAT. They'll pick something. They'll pick one coin. And dude, I mean, there's going to be just an infinite number of these agents that are trading out there.
I would say this about like that Axe story. Like, obviously I brutalized it and didn't know anything about it. Unfortunately, sometimes we talk about things that we're not prepared to talk about on this show. But I would say that like it did say to me that there are interesting things happening out there that if you do some research and find out about them, there's definitely some worthy stories that go along with these coins that you should invest in, which I like that type of aspect with it.
With you.
Nice.
With you, bro. Other side, Metaverse testing out their bubbles shit, which is like spaces in the Metaverse. It's neat-ish. It's cool. I like it. And then this all in here, I didn't know this happened. Like, this happened yesterday, and it was so under the radar, but Proof Collective done.
They got acquired, and now they're done. Oh,
yeah.
no. Moonbirds was Proof acquired when
it was
Moonbirds?
Proof.
Yeah, it was wasn't it the whole thing?
It was the whole thing.
Wow.
So
done.
that's a gut punch. I know the people that were in there, like they're in this post, they're like, hey, we said it was a 3-year thing.
Hold on, what is it? Is this do you have a TLDR? Because Yuga bought them, correct?
Yuga bought them. So Yuga bought Proof, which is the team project behind the Proof Pass or whatever, the Proof Grails NFTs, like really, really high end NFT art, digital art, right?
Yeah,
So there was that wing, and then the
Pass,
Moonbirds.
you get a bunch of art NFTs, the access to get like high end NFT artists to get their pieces or whatever.
That's it. So
Art Gobblers. Was that the one that was like launched by them?
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Art Gobblers isn't that like a fucking, wasn't that like ridiculous?
Wasn't that through Proof for like 2.5 ETH?
I know that Proof did like Gary Vaynerchuk, like Gary did an art piece, like Tyler Hobbs did one. Like they would have a whole bunch of different artists, and they would do a whole bunch of editions, and then people would get like like I think you could choose the artist or whatever. But that's some of the Proof stuff, and I know they were kind of doing like high end stuff. So Art Gobblers was Art Gobblers like the Tyler and the
That's not it, right?
Yeah, this isn't anything to do with Proof though.
No, but like I know
TLDR on this. What is this?
It's just that they're not continuing it. As in, like they're not going to have more releases with them. What I am wondering though is I don't think it means that Moonbirds are done. I think I think they're clearly separate things, but I don't know if the animations that they were working on, like animation studios and like content, was part of Proof, or if that was more under the Moonbird stuff. No. But both are Hudah. So
this was, I think Hudah spun this as this is the high end art side of what we're doing. That type of thing. Like these are the artists within Web3, and we're gonna and it's hard to do that because what is there like X copy and like a very short list of people.
Well, they had people like Jack Butcher. They, like you said, Tyler Hobbs. They had the who's who of this art. I think this is a mistake because I do think this brings a different kind of credibility to Hudah Labs. You got the DGen stuff covered, even if you're not killing it there. You got that. You can. I think they will kill it there. But this is the thing that brings in that different kind of money and a different type of collector, and I think this does add to the Hudah umbrella.
Did they just fucking buy them and then just like, was this just a fucking horrible purchase by Hudah?
Yes.
Like,
and this was when Garga was out, I think, too, right? It was when they had the other leadership there.
I want to say Garga was part of this. Like, I feel like when Garga came on, he bought this, and what was the other thing he bought? Like he was just buying like they were selling part of their stuff. They sold like Metal Gear. I don't even know what the hell it was, but they sold some stuff.
They got rid of 10KTF, or they shut that down. It's chaos.
I thought this 2-3 months ago or something. Like it wasn't that long ago that they bought out the Proof.
This was earlier this year. Yeah.
Kevin Rose was like, oh, they bought him out. Did they just waste money on this? Like, what the fuck? What are they doing? We all knew that was happening too, by the way. Just, like it was like, why are you doing this? I don't know why you're spending money on this. It was almost like they were acquiring dead projects to put under their umbrella for whatever reason. And now it's doing exactly what we thought, which is it added no value. And so we're just going to dissipate it. Sorry, I'm babbling, but
Holder's not happy at all. Like Holder's pretty pissed about it. And I guess the Proof Pass, it is going to turn into a piece of generative art at the end. Like there's something you'll redeem it for. Great. But yeah, I know people wanted to continue. So
Proof Pass at one point was something insane.
80, 120. It was a lot.
I was going to say 120, but I was afraid to actually put a number to it.
ETH, right? Not 120 grand. ETH.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, dude.
They ate, and I wonder if it was just like, we're done.
That's not
it. No.
It was black. What? That's crazy, man.
Yep. Here, I just want to look at some of the old sales. Look at that 0.24 floor price, and let's go back a long time.
Can you filter by like highest price or whatever?
I don't think so. I never use this anymore. I could probably go to analytics, but I could probably scroll back quick enough. Well, maybe not.
No. But that's so sad, dude. Yeah. Like Hugo was buying. What else did they buy? They bought this. They bought. Well, they obviously bought Punks, but that was a good buy as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Didn't they buy some other shit, or was it they sold some shit?
It was 10KTF. They sold all their gaming stuff.
10K.
They sold what was it? Far Away and like Legends of the Mara stuff. Like all that, like all those things were sold off to Far Away.
Damn, dude. I was just about, when you scrolled through some Hugo other side stuff, I was like, look at the chart, Hudah. On the top, couldn't you have seen the top right there?
Here?
No, I mean the chart, not like that thing. If you went all the way to the front of the chart, what is that? The dollars.
And this is just sales volume, but
volume. Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm
like,
pretty sure they were over 100 ETH. Like
Yeah.
I like 120 was the number I had in my head.
yeah, I had that number too. Damn, dude, that's fucking crazy, man.
Dude, for real. So game over for them. Game over for them. That's kind
Didn't they
of
spend like $50 million on buying this out too?
I don't. That's a good question. I don't remember the cost.
That just
But
makes
yeah,
me
it was a lot.
sick.
It was. I'm sure it was a lot here. Maybe they've got. Just want to see it a quick
Oh,
glance.
yeah, I was just, well, let me talk because I'm obviously babbling. You're surfing, so but like, what is Yuga doing right now? Are they primed to do anything cool? Henry's are they primed for anything?
Like I think probably like Doodles looking for Web 2 collaborations, working on the metaverse because that's part of their roadmap. Do I think they're doing anything groundbreaking right now? I mean, they launched Ape Chain. Do you care about that?
No, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't care about it either. Because again, I don't think anybody cares about this stuff. Like, you have a chain. Guess what? There's tons of chains. Like, I don't care what chain you're on. I just want to know where can I make money. If it's on Solana, I'll go there. If it's on Bitcoin, I'll go there. If it's on mainnet Ethereum, I'll go there. But like, who cares? Who cares?
wow, dude, it's fascinating.
It is.
Like literally, does anybody care about Ape Chain? I'm not dogging apes for making Ape Chain. I'm just saying, like, if you're an ape, you care about Ape Chain. If you hold ape, you care about Ape Chain. Is anyone like, dude, if you're launching Ape Chain?
No. You know what it is though. Yeah, it's not about the chain, and I don't think that should be the focus. It's on the team who's building the apps on the chain, which, you're right, to your point, if you're building something, why would you go to Ape Chain? Instead of, at this point, build out your own chain. Maybe it is getting easier and easier. I'm with Yuga Labs, I'm more excited that they've got their core devs, their best devs, their biggest team of devs in that, what was that team called? The guys who are actually building stuff that built the Top Trader platform. What did they named that squad something, and I can't remember. That's the part I don't want to say I'm bullish on, but that's the one. All the eggs are in that basket. They got to build some killer products. Those are the guys to do it. If they do, then Ape Chain is a success, and then they, will probably win over other devs, and they bring other side over there too. So the eggs are in that basket.
Yeah, they bought 10 KTF, 12-fold proof. I thought they did more stuff than that, but that's brutal, man. Like, what are they doing?
Well, I mean, remember they bought Punk, so that's in it too. It's just that's part of that whole story. So yeah,
that's a good purchase in my opinion.
That was the best thing they've done. I mean, really. Final thoughts, guys? Any final parting words?
No.
I love that.
No, not really. It's a tough day, and so
why is it a tough day?
Well, it's just all the prices are down and shit like that. It just seems like, there's a little bit of steam that's been let off today. So, and I don't think that I helped on that situation either. I've been kind of negative today, but I apologize. We'll have a great day. There's a bright future. All storms pass. And I love being here. I love everyone that's here with us. And thank you. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, no. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Today feels like Friday. It really fucking does. It's got me all day. We will see you.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Fuck you.
That is something that I have not heard before. Someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? Why do you want somebody? You think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me? When I'm gone?
Stupid question.
Kids, maybe grandkids. Who the
True.
fuck cares?
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, on after we sing. Zero holders, on after we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible is the living the dream.
Based Mike Tyson. Based fucking Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. To hear Mike Tyson talk to children like that, it's really.
It's good. I gotta go though, for real.
Why?
I'm really fucking tired.
Let's go. Tomorrow, boys. Tomorrow, mañana,
Yeah.
Hold on.
luego.
I can't leave right now, dudes. I need you guys for some reason. I feel really down and out right now, and I need.
I
to
got the
talk.
cops pulling me over, bro. They're here. They're here. I can't.
You look fucking sketchy, dude. Yeah, dude. I feel like not gonna make it today. You know what I mean? Like yesterday, everything was looking great, and now all the coins that I bought are shit. You guys want to leave the show? I would say was a. How would you categorize the show today? Would you call it like average, below average, above average?
Further on says good show.
I think I was above average. I think.
You actually did something today. You know, like most of
Contributed today, yeah.
did something.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did the light stuff.
Oh yeah. I got lights on in my area. Yeah, I'm glad I could help with that.
Yeah, that was
I
cool.
think today was a 6.
Yeah,
Yeah, 5, 6.
5, 6 or something. Yeah, it's fucked, dude.
I liked it. There was like we talked crypto the whole time.
We did
Yeah,
talk.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I changed out some lights in my shop today with some light bulbs broken, so that was cool.
I've got a pumpkin on my front yard that's just like a puddle of orange right now. It's just, it's just melted into the deck.
No.
It's crazy.
The city came by and swept the streets and took people's leaves, and I threw our pumpkin and our mums out into the road, and they took them.
Nice.
It's that time.
Is this that horrible jam band?
Yeah, it's King Gizzard.
Yeah. Henry's favorite. Fucking great. Fucking love these guys. You know what I realized? Like when I was trying to I've been streaming a little during the day doing like meme coin trading and whatever. And because they put out every live show and they encourage other people to, I can actually play their live stuff and not get copyright strikes, which is cool.
Oh, these guys?
Yeah.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah, I dig it. They put out records, and I don't know if they do this for all their albums, but for a while they told you make your own artwork and sell them yourself. But send us some of them too, like physical releases. Send us some so we can sell on our store too. Which is
Henry,
cool.
can you tell me something that will make me feel like happy that we're friends? Like something inspiring or something like that, or
I mean,
remember when we made a lot of money last cycle?
yeah,
We're gonna
it's
do
coming
that again.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
You know what? Yesterday, Henry, you were talking. You're like, yeah, you know what I mean. Like we're just stacking up these little wins, like 10,000, a couple thousand here, a couple hundred here. I haven't stacked up any of those, dude.
you just got in.
Yeah,
you just
bro.
got in, Joe. You've been in for 2 days.
But I've been fucking getting hammered, bro.
No, it's all good. Like it's
Hammer,
okay.
dude. There's so much red in my fucking Phantom holdings. I can't even. There's numbers.
How much Solana are you down?
Not much, like 2.
I'm going to rub it in a little. I'm going to pat myself on the back. With as down as everything is, I can't believe I'm up. It has me scared for how ridiculous shit's going to get when it pumps again.
I'm up
ridiculous.
Today.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I'm not up much today, but like
I just feel
3.5 soul.
How do you feel now, Joe?
I feel lonely and kind of like no one's there to help me anymore and like sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got to go.
Me too. You should get in the trenches during the day, Joe.
Hey, okay, wait. No, for real. This is probably a good place to end. Okay, I talked to Henry today.
Yeah.
And I said, look, man, we're not doing this right.
Yeah.
We're not trading right. I've been listening to people they tell you how to trade. They tell you the kind of work you got to put in. You don't just go buy tickers and hope and pray. Even doing a little research. You don't like the guys that are making 7 figures, 8 figures, and some guys making like 9 figures are playing a whole different game. They are researching. They're taking the guys who are just like digging on X and getting alpha groups. They're running laps around those guys. They're finding tools. They're doing the wallet tracking. They're staying on top of news feeds to get current events. They're playing a different game. And I'm like, if we don't do that, we're fucking idiots, because those guys are making 7 figures. Those guys are making 8 figures this cycle. Already have this cycle. We have to do that. We have to. We should put 5 hours a day into that. And those guys are putting 18 hours a day into it.
We're not even in our own, like we don't even have like our own little squat like war room anymore. Like Henry's over there in some fucking, he's like conging it up. You're like fucking in the idiots. You know what I mean?
Should be in there. Come into the Retire the Bloodline Telegram.
They're all
I have an idea.
Yeah, they're such assholes there, dude.
Idea. Idiots 3.
What is that?
Full circle. The third idiot server. There's only us 3 in there.
Yeah, it's our show. It's our show every day, dude.
I don't even know that Joe's around during the day.
I don't think he is.
I assume he's not.
Well, no, hold on. I'm not. Yeah. I wake up at like 6. I get ready to go. I go out. Although I've been
Get ready to go where?
I drop my kid off and I go to the gym and then I get lunch.
No gym.
I have
Joe,
to.
we have 6. Nope. We have 6 months to make $1 million.
No,
no
good.
gym.
Gym's good.
No.
You drop your kid off and then you're free?
Yeah, I'm at the gym, dude. I go to the gym.
You drop your kid off, you get McDonald's, you get your ass back at your computer.
You drop your kid off at the gym and then you're free. You drop your kid off, you go to the gym.
Yeah, hey, get in the gym and pump out some fucking. No, I drop my kid off at school and then I go to the gym.
No, I get that. And then you're
Look
free.
at my face right now. Do you think that this is a good look for me right now? Like this?
But you're free after that, Joe?
Oh, dude. I didn't. Hang on. I was trying to solo you on the screen, not remove you.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look
Looks
at this.
good.
It's gross. Look at this.
What is that?
What is this? What is this, dude?
I don't know. Bring your family in, but we want to meet the family.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. No.
Can we interview your family?
This is me working out like 5 days a week. Sometimes I've been on everyone's been sick over here for like weeks, so I haven't been able to work out. But still, dude, I've been like gaining weight into this thing. I need to work out. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I did carries today.
Nice.
Like I just was doing carries on the basketball court.
Anyway,
I started carrying people. You just carrying weights.
Oh, okay.
Like walking with
No,
weights.
I've seen that.
Kettlebells.
Kettlebells.
I use kettlebells.
Kettlebells. I gotta up the weight game. I need to get some
Kettlebells,
new
kettlebells,
stuff.
kettle things,
Kettlebells.
kettle things.
Can we talk to Crypto Slam and be like, "Yo, Joe's upset. The talent. Can we call ourselves the talent?
Yeah.
Can we say the
You
talent? Yeah. We get a meeting, right? And we say we've talked. It's kind of like the Friends. Have you ever seen the Friends negotiation?
The
You ever heard
TV
this
show
before?
Friends?
Yeah.
The worst show that's ever been aired on television?
And if you want to say that,
That
that's
one, yeah. You love Friends, didn't you?
I never really watched. I like it. I never watched it.
I gotta go.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I was in the middle. I was in the middle.
So
of
I don't. I'm not wasting time talking about Friends. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is they group negotiated. That was the whole point.
Oh yeah, they did. They did
group
because they wanted to
negotiated.
pay the guys more than the girls, right?
Or whatever. Each one individually, they wanted to like negotiate with them.
Yeah.
We go in there. We say we're a cohesive unit. We're the talent is a cohesive unit. We speak as one, and we how much are we getting paid right now, Henry?
Where's he going with this?
No.
I did the numbers for last month, and it was similar to the month before.
What about this month?
It's on track to match the last 2 or 3.
Which is how much?
Still in that zone as
Yes,
do you remember? Do you at least remember what we
you
made
have
in
to-
June?
We don't have to get specific, but let me just ask you this question. Could we afford the ring light that you bought with the amount of money that we've made for the past entirety of the show that we've
Technically, yes, because we do have probably about $32 worth of super chats and
have we
some random tokens.
What happens with the super chat money? Do we get any of that?
I think Hudah spent it already. I think it's
mushrooms.
vested. I think it's vested.
I
think
bought mushrooms.
I think it's per the company charter. It's vested.
So we go in there and we say, hey, listen, right now you're
gotta
paying
go.
us, I don't know, whatever it is, nothing. Can we have more than that, please?
How awkward would it be when they're like, Joe,
We've been paying you for months.
you're not getting paid?
They're like, we've been
paying. We've been paying you guys for 6 months.
When I was
What do
in
you mean?
college, we would all give our rent money to one person for them to pay the person. And we found out that they didn't pay for like a year straight on the rent. And that would be this story. It would be like, Hudah said that
Oh, Joe, I got to tell you a funny story. One of my installers who
Can I go?
no, he's
you
gonna
have
give
to hear
us
it
a really good story.
I got a call one day from a guy, and he said, "Hey, I just want to let you know. Like, I really appreciate everything that you've done. And like, I moved out and I left the key like on the countertop. It's all cleaned up." And I said, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, whatever the fuck his name was." I was like, "Where do you live?" And he tells me where he lives, and it's my building. And I'm like, wait. How long have you lived there? He's like, it was 3 or 4 years. I said, wait a second. You've been living in like apartment 2 for 3 or 4 years. Who are you paying rent to? He's like, oh, I pay it to so-and-so. I'm like, really? I was like, well, thank you for calling me. Yeah, dude, it was like 12 grand he ripped off for.
Yeah.
Oh, he was crying and
Yeah,
shit.
well,
Wait, who was he paying?
He was paying one of my installers.
No
One of my installers rented out an apartment.
And you
was
had no
going-
idea?
No, dude. And he was going there every month to collect the rent. It's kind of a G move if you think about it. Like,
Awesome.
he's like, nah, Henry's never coming down here.
Speaking of apartments, I heard Venezuelan gangs have taken over apartments now in Tennessee.
Yo, I got something really important.
Is that
to tell you
real?
before you go.
I think so.
Is that a real thing, or is that like a fake news thing?
I'm gonna look.
All right, I got something important to tell you guys before I go, or before you go.
Did he leave?
You did, yeah. All right. I'm gonna go.
I think the Tennessee story's accurate though.
You know what that means?
What?
It's time to suit up, bro. It's time to suit up, bro. Let's go.
Clean up the streets.
I'm gonna come pick you up. We're gonna take a ride down to Tennessee, bro. Me and you, just a couple guys,
Take
couple
care of
guns.
business.
We're going.
You don't fuck
Fucking-
with America. Fuck you up, bro.
Seriously, I'm not even kidding. You guys better leave here. Shit's about to go down.
Guys crossed the line this time.
Fucking- It's hardcore shit, dog. We came here from fucking New York and Chicago. Bust some nuts, man.
We'll bust some nuts. Fuck.